bills, 100,000 teals.
YouTube, what's poppin'? Back, another vlog. It's the last one of the year though, so we gotta end this thing off right. Currently in Aruba on my last, I guess work excursion of the year. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know, I'm a travel videographer. So I travel state to state, country to country doing, you know, lifestyle content, brand content, all over, you know, the US and all over the world, for real, for real. My boy Steven, he booked me out here about 4 or 5 days ago. So I've been out here for about 4 or 5 days now. Just kind of documenting their final vacation of the year. But I was like, shit, this is the best place to record my last vlog of the year. So why not? Let's go for it. So I just wanted to talk about like how this year really molded me and changed me into a better man. It was probably one of the worst years of my life. This, you know, some of the worst shit can turn out to make you some of the, you know, a better person. So I ain't taking it as a negative take. It just more so, it's just real, man. This year was definitely one of the worst years that I've experienced. Top of the year, I had a goal in mind to move out my state, where I'm from, of North Carolina, and, you know, just go bigger. And I thought Atlanta was it. Turned out it wasn't for me. And then here comes a March. So I finally processed the move. I'm like, all right, cool, let's do it. I'm ready to do it. Ended up doing it in March, and the shit just didn't go as planned. Like, everything was smooth with the moving part, but as I, you know, the longer I stayed there, the more I felt like it wasn't for me. So, long story short, fast forward to October. This is around the time where I'm like, all right, it's time to go. Things just aren't working out for me here. Life just don't seem fun here. Life just don't seem natural and pure and genuine here. So I packed all my stuff up and, you know, took it down to DC. Up to DC, and moved again. So those two things alone made my year like completely out of the norm. I was never able to find a routine. I was never able to get comfortable or get in the flow of doing business, of gaining relationships, maintaining relationships as personal and business. A lot of mistakes were made on my end. I'm the first to take accountability on shit like that because I know I ain't perfect, but I know that accountability is how you grow. So I will say a lot of mistakes were made on my end, and I feel like within those mistakes, I learned so much about myself and how to move forward. In 2025 and so far on, this is year 29 for me. Like, I turned 30 in April of next year. And I don't know, I guess this is God's test for me right before 30 because it was a roller coaster. It's something I don't want to ever experience again. I fought through it, but it's something that I don't want to have to continue to, you know, embark on. I'm willing to be patient throughout it, but it's not something I want to just continue to be doing. So now my goal for 2025 is to maintain a name, be a household name in DC. I want to create a nonprofit for a higher impact. I won't tell you exactly what I'm gonna do it for. I want to create one though, but it's for a higher impact, something that's bigger than me. I love to do things that are bigger than me because it's never personal with me. It's always about who's around me and who I'm, you know, affecting on a day-to-day basis. I want to get closer with God next year. I kind of fell off from going to church this year a lot just because moving around. I had a church home in Charlotte that I loved. I had just got comfortable with. And then boom, in March I moved, and I never really like even tried to really get one in Atlanta because I hated the city so much, which is bad on me. But that's something I definitely want to, you know, embrace going into 2025, finding a new church home, finding a place where I can go praise and worship and, you know, feel like God is with me at. So another thing I want to do is build better business relationships. And that comes through transparency up front, which I'm an upfront person, but sometimes people don't really like when you such a cool person and such a vibed out person, they don't really take you as, they take me serious, but some people think you so cool that they can just, kind of move how they want to with you. So with me, it's like being more firm, being more real, being more transparent, and even if that dissolves the business relationship up front, I'm cool with that because I don't want to start some shit that I know that I'm not gonna want to do 6 months from now. If I can't do it in month 1, I'm not gonna want to do it if I don't want to do it in month 1, I'm not gonna want to do it in month 6. So that's another take on that. I want to expand my business as well. Like, yeah, the traveling and all this shit is cool. Like, I get to see different countries right now. I'm in Aruba, of course, like I told y'all, but I want to be able to expand on, like, having people that's working with me, having a team. I want to build an actual team for my services. I want to build my Richer Sobriety brand up even more. Like, you see the shirt I got on right now, the Fear God, Not Your Enemies. If you watch like a few of my other vlogs, you've seen how I like went through the process of shooting and creative directing and like, doing that whole process. And yeah, I want to expound on that again and like grow that shit times 10, bro. Like really, I want a warehouse out there in DC. I want to do a lot of different things in 2025, man. And I'm not the type to just talk about what I want to do. I'm an action-based person. So me sitting here saying this right now is me holding myself accountable. Because I know I'm going to go back and watch this video one day, and I'm going to be like, damn, bro, you said you was going to do that shit. You did that shit. Let's go to the next thing. But if I watch it and I don't do what I'm saying I'm going to do, it's going to eat me up. You know what I'm saying? So if you're watching this and you got to go for 2025, make sure you do everything in your power to make sure it's accomplished. And that's all I really can say about that. But for the most part, 2025 is about expansion, God, peace, and keeping solid and genuine relationships flowing. I'm open to a lot of new of them, a lot of new relationships that's personal, that's business, but it just has to make sense on both ends. And if I know I'm not the person for you, whether it's business or personal, I have to give myself that grace and yourself that grace to let you go without feeling guilty, like we have to do this shit together, because we don't have to do anything. We're human. A lot of things are for us, a lot of things aren't for us. So it's just like knowing that shit and being able to recognize that shit and stamping that shit, man. And 2025, I got a goal for y'all, for real. If you're watching this shit, man, in 2025, do some shit that makes you so uncomfortable that you probably been holding off on for the past 2-3 years. You probably got that idea that you like, damn, I should have started. 2025, start that shit, bro, because you never know where you can be a year from now. Me, I don't know where I'm gonna be a year from now. Right now, I'm in Aruba, shooting this vlog, finishing up some client work. Like, we literally flying out today, but I wanted to come to y'all and at least give y'all a couple of minutes of my time to, just reflect on the year and really just talk about how I'm about to do next year and, just goals for next year, for real. So if you got a goal, you've been putting it off, it's time for you to, these mosquitoes tearing me up. It's time for you to put it to work. It's time for you to put it into fruition and really try that shit, man. Because you don't want them ideas to sit up in your brain. Once they sit up in your brain for a certain period of time, ideas will dissolve, man. And you'll forget them shits, and then you'll be like, they were so unrealistic. But in reality, you was closer than you thought you were. So, yeah, man, do not let them ideas dissolve in your brain and just become dust, bro. Because you never know what they can do for you. But yeah, man, I'm just out here just grinding, vibing, enjoying this Aruba weather. About to go back to the cold in DC today, and then head down to North Carolina to see my family for the holidays and just kind of wrap up 2024. And I got some new merch coming too for y'all. I got some new pants on the way. Y'all did damn near sell out all of my hoodies. So I appreciate everything, and I'm definitely about to drop some new pants for y'all coming in 2025. Probably like the first or second week in 2025, we had them pants loaded and ready to ship out for y'all. So appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in. If you watch up to this point, please leave me a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, man, we out. Richer.